Greetings, everyone. Transformers the movie. Transformers the movie. Transformers the movie. We're going to talk about Transformers the movie today. Or more specifically, we're going to talk about the extras that are on all three of these fantastic editions of Transformers the movie. Today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Okay, let's take a look here. So first off, you're probably thinking, why on earth did you get the Rhino version? Cool cover or otherwise? Well, very simply because this has one extra that is not on any of the other editions. Specifically, an exclusive interview with composer Vince DiCola. Now, Vince DiCola, of course, did the entire score of the movie, and I'm sure we'll all agree that it was a pretty freaking awesome music score. So, yeah. And that's the only place that they've ever interviewed him about it, so pretty cool, at least in terms of the DVDs. Now, on the 20th anniversary edition, it is a 2-disc edition, and we have different extras on each disc. Let's go through them all here. First off, disc 1, we have the Autobot Matrix of Knowledge, which is a full-length movie fun facts and trivia track. Basically, it's a subtitle track that gives you all kinds of facts and trivia and stuff like that. Lots of useful and interesting info in there. Then we've also got an audio commentary with Nelson Shin, Flint Dille, and Sue Blue. Nelson Shin, of course, was the director. Flint Dille was the story consultant and actually wrote a lot of stuff for Transformers, G.I. Joe. He wrote pretty much the entire series of Inhumanoids and Visionaries. Did a lot of stuff. He's definitely a name that anyone who grew up in my era would know. And Sue Blue, of course, is the voice of RC and is also a voice director herself, actually. She does a lot of voice direction now. Then we've also got a fan commentary, so you get kind of perspective about the movie from the fans' perspective, so that's a lot of fun. You get the original theatrical trailer and TV spots, Cinex and credit test, photo gallery, Scramble City episode with commentary. Now this is interesting. I mentioned Scramble City briefly in the previous episode. It was a one-shot, half-hour episode done in Japan to bridge the gap between Season 2 and the start of the movie. For whatever reason, I don't know how this happened exactly, but for whatever reason, they were not able to get the rights to use the audio from that special. They were only able to use the video. So instead of having the original audio with subtitles or a dubbed track or what have you, they basically just have a commentary track that just kind of goes into, the significance of it and how it fits into the continuity and whatnot. So, yeah, kind of strange. So we've got a remastering side-by-side comparison, so before and after pics of how the remastering process was done. Transformers 2007 live-action movie trailer and special sneak peek. Now this is, just to give you an idea how long ago this was. This is the last North American release of Transformers the movie on DVD. This came out a full year before the live-action movie, before the first live-action movie. That's how long ago this was. We're about to get the fourth movie at the time of this recording, so yeah, it's been a while. It's definitely long overdue for re-release. Like, come on, Paramount. Let Shout Factory do it, please. Disc 2, you get the full-screen version, the full-frame. They say full-screen, but it's really full-frame, technically. Full-frame version of the film. You've got Activate Autobot City Trivia Game, which is a DVD-ROM feature. You pop it in your computer. All new featurettes. Now, this is where you get a lot of the extras here, the big extras. All new featurettes: Death of Optimus Prime, cast and characters, and Transformers Q&A with Nelson Shin, director, Tom Griffin, producer, Joe Bacall, producer, Flint Dille, story consultant, and Sue Blue, voice of RC. Promotional trailer with commentary. Test, deleted, and alternative footage with commentary. That's pretty cool. Lots of rare clips in there. Animated storyboards, US and Japanese toy commercials, some of which you see again on the Shout Factory set, I think from a lot of the same sources. Scramble City commercials related to the Scramble City special, and a DVD-ROM link to exclusive content, which I'm willing to wager probably isn't active anymore because that was a long time ago. That's one thing I hate, is when they include web links as extras. How long is that website going to stay up? Is it going to be up forever? I think not. That's why I like to have all my content on the disc. It's not the reason I'm not big on digital downloads. It's because, well, great, I have access to this digital version as long as the server that gives me access to it remains active. What if they revoke that in the future? You know, it's something to think about. Now, the Transformers Ultimate Edition. What's the same and what's different, you're probably wondering. Well, quite a bit is different, actually. Now, in this case, we have the remastered movie with 5.1 audio with also the stereo track as an option. So there you go. So you get the remastered, so you get the 5.1 audio and the stereo. I think this one is all, I think this one's the same, isn't it? Does it say? Yeah, it actually does the same thing on this. It has a 5.1 mix and a 2.0 stereo mix. This one only has the 5.1 mix. So this one, I've never actually listened to the 5.1 mix because I don't have a 5.1 system. Yeah, I know, poor me. So I only ever listen to the stereo track, but I don't recall there being anything out of place on that particular mix. I don't know if I don't think they used the same mix that Rhino used. I think they just started fresh with that one. So disc 1, just feeling all relaxed today. There we go. You like the t-shirts, by the way? Did anybody notice that I have two? Yeah, I actually have a Decepticon one as well. You may have noticed I used the Decepticon one when I talked about all the problems with the Transformers Matrix set. And then I used the Autobot one when I was talking about all the good stuff. Don't know if anybody picked up on that. At this point, nobody's mentioned that in the comments, so I don't know if anybody noticed. Might have been too subtle. But anyway. Yeah, so we got the remastered movie with 5.1 audio and stereo audio. Commentary with Transformers expert Chris McFeely. He's the UK superfan that I was talking about. He did a lot of work on the extras on here. He was very, very heavily involved. Alternate UK and US scenes. Now this is interesting. In this case, they actually give you a comparison between some of the differences between the UK and US version. It would have been nice if they'd done that on the 20th anniversary version as well. You know, at the very least, the opening crawl that isn't even in the U.S. version. It would have been nice to have that as an extra. Why wasn't that in there? I don't know. Go figure. You got the U.S. theatrical trailer, the Japanese trailer, U.S. TV spots, final title check test, which I think is the U.K. version, if I remember correctly. Cinex check, color and exposure check, which I think is the same as what's on that. Character biographies, and new Transformers the movie trailer. Now, I don't think that's a trailer for the, if I remember correctly, that's not a trailer for the 2007 Transformers movie. It's a new trailer done for the 1986 movie, just for fun. So, yeah. So, disc 2, you've got the 4x3 version of the movie. An exclusive interview with Flint Dille, story consultant. That's not on this, by the way. That's a new interview. The voice of Optimus Prime. Now, if anything, this alone is the reason you want this. The voice of Optimus Prime, Peter Cullen Q&A. It's basically Peter Cullen at a fan convention doing famous Optimus Prime lines and answering fan questions. It's a good length featurette. As I recall, it was like 20, 30 minutes, something like that. It's really good and worth the price of admission right there. And it's not on the 20th anniversary set. Exclusive Japanese Scramble City episode. Now, interesting to note, this version gives you the original audio of Scramble City with English subtitles. How come they were able to do it, but Sony wasn't? Sony was the one that released the 20th anniversary version. You'd think a company as big as Sony could negotiate something as simple as getting a Japanese company getting the rights to use the Japanese audio from a Japanese episode of something. I don't know, go figure. And we got deleted and alternative scenes, which I think are the same as what's on there. Paramount's Transformers live-action movie trailer. See, there it is. There's the trailer for the new movie. Animated storyboards, DVD-ROM material. Original movie script and 5.1 audio breakdown. Oh, interesting. I guess that's what it sounds like it's the actual notes of what they decided to do for the 5.1 audio, like where they positioned the sounds and what they added, what they didn't add. I guess. I haven't actually looked at that particular thing, but that's what it sounds like to me. And exclusive booklet written by Transformers expert Chris McFeely. And there you go. That is everything you need to know. about all 3 editions. I just will push them right off the music stand, didn't I? About all 3 editions there of the Transformers movie on DVD. This, of course, is a Region 2 UK edition, but I'm sure you can find it online fairly easily. Thanks again to David Bunch of Numbers for sending this my way. It is definitely a cherished part of my Transformers collection. And, yeah, so, I mean, here's hoping that we get a re-release sometime down the line. Hopefully next year, because next year, 2014, is the 30th anniversary of the Transformers. So then it will have been a full 10 years since we had a release of the Transformers on DVD, you know? Like, come on, guys. Seriously? That is it from me to you for now. So, till all are one, sayonara. Or more specifically, we're going to